Alright guys, what's going on? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. So I must apologize from the get-go right now for the title. Basically, the meaning of the title basically means that like there are those of you that will only come to watch if I have something posted about Call of Duty. Some of you prefer a little bit of my comedy style videos where I put the mask on and I go all 8 Thoughts mixed with Deadpool kind of thing, and which I haven't done in a while, and I don't know if I'm going to anytime soon again, but I don't know, we'll see. But and at the same time, there are those of you that don't care what I post. You are going to watch whenever you can, of course, whatever video I post, and I appreciate that. And the thing is, like, there are those of you that watch that care about the person that is in the commentary, and there are those of you that could give a rat's ass less about the person that's in the commentary, or that's saying the commentary, or delivering the commentary, so to speak, and just care about what's being talked about because that's what you're interested in watching. Everybody here on YouTube has its own taste, and I more than understand that. People will come and go. It is basically the way the cookie crumbles here on YouTube as well as in life. So it's something that I definitely don't take personal. So if I don't take that personal from my side of the fence, then you guys shouldn't take this title personal either. So the thing is, so for those of you guys that care about the person, which obviously does affect the channel, obviously in one way, shape, or form, and for those of you guys that don't care what I post and you're just interested in watching the video, or you want to be updated or whatnot, or you have something to share of a personal matter or whatnot, then this video is for you. So anyway, basically, thanks to the things that have been going on, 2020 has been a crazy year with the pandemic. Everything has been unpredictable. A lot of people you hear nightmarish stories about people that have lost their car, that have lost their homes, they're having trouble getting fed and all that kind of stuff. And basically, for the last, at least 6 months to a year or so, I have, in some months it's a little less, in some months it's a lot more, I have been bleeding money from my savings account, basically, to the point to where it's getting so close now that if I continue on this route, in a few months, I will be without a single cent to my name, and my regular job, that is 40 hours a week, it really isn't enough to keep me afloat. I had a side job for a little bit, but that one is inconsistent, so I really can't rely on something that's going to be inconsistent. So, and on top of that, my regular work hours may be dropped any minute now. That was maybe dropped. They're going on a week-by-week basis. So when you combine those two things together, it's like, okay, it's time to stop fucking around and go for a second job. And I did, and I finished orientation actually yesterday. And basically, I am going to be on the grind of a second job as well as the job that I have now. And I'm going to be working quite a few hours. And my only day off from the looks of it now, my schedule hasn't been finalized, but we did have to fill out this piece of paper that said, hey, list your availability of what days you're available, hours, and such and such and such. So basically, just for those of you guys that are curious right now, before I continue with this commentary, this is what the schedule is probably going to be like by the time this takes place, which is going to be anywhere within the next week or two. So so this is going to be everything going on within a week-to-week basis. So on Monday, my day starts at 7 in my first job. Not when I wake up around 6:15. So my day on Monday is going to start at 7 when I work, and it's going to be done around between 9 and 10 p.m. at night between both jobs, going from one to the other as well. So Tuesday, my day starts at 10 a.m. and it's going to be done around 9 or 10 p.m. at night. Wednesday, I start at... What time do I start on Wednesday? I start at either 11 or 12, somewhere on there, 11 or 12, and I will be done at 8 at night. On Thursday, I'll be starting at 7 a.m. and I will be done at 8 p.m. at night. Friday is going to be my day off, which is kind of great. So whenever a game comes out or whatnot, from Thursday night after I get home, I could just stream the shit out of it until however late I fucking want, and I can just wake up whenever I want the next day or whatnot. So that's kind of cool. So Friday's the only day off. Saturday, I will be working from, I believe it's going to be 2 p.m. until 10 p.m., maybe 11 by the time I get done, patching everything up. And then Sunday from 2 p.m. till about 10 p.m. at night. And voila, that is going to be my schedule, and it is going to be my schedule for probably, I'm going to try to keep that schedule for at least a couple months. And then after that, my current job, so like I mentioned earlier, if I haven't already, and I don't script my commentaries, I just kind of go with it as if you were right in front of me having a conversation. Basically, some of the hours that I have that are not my current title, Because of the pandemic, they offered something else because they were taking hours away. But it doesn't pay as well. So those kind of fill-in spots are going to be gone. So that's why I had to take as many shifts at my second job as I did in terms of what I said my availability was or whatnot. But the good news is that the second job pays well, and at the same time, it's also very flexible. So if something changes, I could obviously request something to be changed in terms of when I would show up and stuff like that. So granted, it would probably take some time, but with that being said, there's just the fact that it's flexible or whatnot is great. And it's a very family type of environment, which I absolutely love. And people seem to actually care about each other as opposed to eating each other. So that's good. But at the same time, as I just told you, my schedule, it's going to be very tiring, but I wouldn't do this if I didn't think the juice was worth the squeeze. There's a certain amount of money that I want to be able, or around a certain amount of money that I want to be able to save every month, because quite frankly, we just never know what's going to happen on a week-to-week basis, a month-to-month basis, because quite frankly, with this pandemic, you never know. We might go into a second shutdown. If we go into a second shutdown and I basically have no backup or whatnot, if I don't have a decent pillow to fall back on, which again I've always provided, and from the birth of this YouTube channel back in April 2015 till the end of 2019, I was always able to provide that pillow and then some through hard work. Any problem I had, any obstacle I had, I always worked my way out of it. I mean, through at least 6 months of the year during season when I was in that business before I got out, and then obviously now I'm back in, I was basically working 55 to 60 hour weeks for 6 months out of the year, and then the other 6 months it was basically like nothing. So I am used to it. I'm aware of the grind, but again, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't think the juice was worth the squeeze. And the thing is, right now, especially since we're in, like all of us, most of us are pretty much in desperation mode. If everything keeps going right now, and especially if there's a second shutdown, if I didn't do anything, I would actually be homeless, and I care for somebody else as well. So that's on me as well. But at this point right now, even with the schedule kind of being the way it is, or how it's going to be, and that there's going to be a grind factor and all that kind of stuff, and I'm going to have less time for myself, I'm still grateful that I have the opportunity to do it, because there's obviously people out there that are actually trying to basically find work, and they're having a very hard time. And even with everything that I mentioned here in this video, there are people out there that have it even harder than I do. So I very much understand that, and I just feel very grateful just to have the opportunity to grind and to make that kind of money. The only thing that I am obviously concerned about and worried about is the fact that, yes, to a certain extent, because I am getting out there in the service industry, it is risky. Although there are the proper precautions that are happening, which is great. It's being taken very seriously, so it's not one of those places to where it's like, yeah, do whatever, just whatever. But no, this is taking it seriously, and both places I work for take it very, very seriously. So hopefully everything will be all right. I do have a few pre-existing conditions myself, so I don't know. I mean, I'm 36 years old. I've been going to the gym over the last 3.5 months. I'm planning on doing that as well, to continue that, because I've been rebuilding my body. I've been counting my calories correctly. You name it, I've been doing it. The only thing I haven't really been doing is cardio, but I've still been slimming up and putting on muscle. So I want to continue to do that, because it makes me feel good about myself mentally, physically. It keeps depression away, which, if any of you guys have been affected by depression, you know what comes with that. So basically, when you put it all, it's going to be a grind, but at the same time, there are a whole bunch of good things that are going to happen, especially if we don't go into a shutdown, which means I will be able to get out of debt. I am going to be able to pay off my car by February. I am going to be able to save even more money after that. Granted, things continue to go smoothly, and maybe even save more money without having to work as much. By then I'll be able to afford to have another day off and kind of keep the monthly savings accumulating the way I hope that they do. So because everything has to be thought of, you got to think basic math in this day and age if you want to survive. The elementary school math, not the algorithms like Activision and skill-based matchmaking, but we're talking like basic, 1 + 1 = 2 math that we learned in elementary school, man. So basically, yeah, I just wanted to kind of update you guys and just kind of give you a little bit of something. And some of you guys over on Twitter have said some of the nicest things and stuff like that, and I've never ever gotten paid to do YouTube or Twitch, even though I am a Twitch affiliate. But the thing is, in terms of the way the schedule looks, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are going to be are going to be, and even maybe Tuesdays, are going to be the days to where I can provide content and or stream. Remember, I still have to fit in the gym, which is very important as well, but I'm going to try to get that in the morning as opposed to later on in the afternoon. But I am going to basically try to fit in all of this. When you talk about YouTube, when you talk about Twitch streaming and all that kind of stuff, as well as this schedule, it could be quite tasking. But again, like I said, I know the juice is worth the squeeze, and therefore I am going to do it and attempt it. And I am planning on succeeding at it because I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I know where I want to go, and I'm heading towards it. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. This is Jack, signing off.